Get up, detective. One last time.
Witam wszystkich. To co, sprawdzimy jeszcze raz te zadanka, nie? Ja to zawsze robię na koniec streama, na koniec odcinka. Ale ja sam potem zapominam i muszę sobie sprawdzić. Wyciągnij całą historię z Titusa. Czy to mamy na środę, albo ze środy, tak zanotowane środa. Wtorek 10:50. Czyli tu możemy skorzystać z tej zapory, nie? Zamknij w środę śluzę wodną. Bula, odznaka, ubrania w śmietniku i tajne przejście. Mamy dzień trzeci, czyli to chyba środa, tak? Pogadajmy z nim, czy coś możemy od niego się dowiedzieć. Nie możemy. Spróbujemy się dostać na tą drugą stronę. Nie, tędy. Aha. Okej. Generator dla urodzenia. 4%. Co są za typki? Czy coś się da w końcu z tym zrobić?
A rusting control panel with loose wire. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. The water lock starts moving.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Moim zdaniem jest to całkiem potrzebne,
Focus
bo...
on one thing. Achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Okej, no to jeszcze raz tutaj zerkniemy. Nie możemy porozmawiać z Titusem, bo nie mamy na to odpowiednich umiejętności. Już wszystko nam jakby powiedział. Od klasie również. 2 podpisy dla Ewarta. Myślę, że warto. Tutaj już jakby no nic nie mam, nie? Także no te podpisy Izabeli, ktoś tam jeszcze. Szukamy, szukamy. Ach, tędy się da przejść, dobrze. Da się tędy. Empatia i logika, okulary. Nie wiem zbytnio, gdzie tu mogę iść. Ej. Nie wiem, od czego tu zacząć.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine. It must be cold and lonely down there in the icy water. The seawater has already started to corrode the metal. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
It appears to be so. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket. A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider.
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yes, quite.
The motor carriage is properly stuck. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn.
Czekamy.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the
Dam
sea.
radę?
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and the sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupris, Model 40.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, and yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical.
Kur...
Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
A precinct, yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41, your precinct.
Mój samochód?
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into this pit after you jumped across the canal.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've... It's lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Ale jaja.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
Odznaka. Świetnie. Spirit i matematyka. Spirit i deszcze. A nie wiem co wolę. A niech jest to, co jest. No, lubię elektrochemię, logika, przekonywanie.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain.
Ale jaja.
You have declined twice. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine. Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like...
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Everard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you. And detective, the badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes, but the badge is new. You used an old photo for a good choice. A newer photo would look 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. What do you think? His face is already contorted. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
That's just the serial number.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an...
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like my... It's a tough station to work in. You have all...
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks.
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
No okej. Zadanka. Podpisy, podpisy. Polki i Polaki. Co tu będzie? Nic. O. Szyja wewnętrzne imperium. Nóżka. Dramaturgia fanteatru. Pasuje. No nic tu nie było ciekawe, tak naprawdę. Cholera, nie wiem gdzie tutaj iść. Szybko podróż odblokowana. Chata rybaków. Babeczka. Percepcja. Dla buty, jako buty, percepcja. Tutaj mam jeden do metod pośredniego podatkowania. Zamożny finansista. Nie wiem, czy to mi coś da, tak naprawdę. +1, no jakieś opodatkowanie. Zbierajmy na razie wszystko sobie. Dzieciaczki. Dawna skasiorka. szybko. Spodnie. Już byłem, no? Dobra. Próbujemy do tych babeczek tam podejść.
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with? The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. What are the other ones?
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Okej.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly. It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. Gone. To the waves.
O,
The sea took him. It was a long time ago. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles. Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk.
nie,
Ask
nie,
her.
nie, nie, nie.
Both of you could need some action.
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what...
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other... Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Narkotyki?
Don't have any. Those get cleaned out so fast even the local bums can only stand by and watch with watery mouths. Always by strangers too. Union folk don't stand this kind of stuff around here. Where are you? This says by signing I agree to living with construction noise. What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that...
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
that Everard and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought...
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
Aye. Why not? Fine. Here you go. You're welcome.
Okej. Mamy podpisik jeden. Ta nie będzie chciała podpisać, widzę już.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. Tut tut. Don't be shy now. It's going to be all right. I still have a golden ear. Come, come. Oh, welcome, police officer.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen.
Maybe they are afraid because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage and not a lot of houses. Oh, ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel. If that now it's your turn, Mr. Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double. Stay. Most people here are trying to live. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Ale jaja.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says.
Test the waters here. Say that there's nothing to be worried about.
Okej, to trochę chyba skamiemy, co?
A deal with who? It's the Debarder Union, isn't it?
On się nie zgodzi.
I don't believe that. Police showing up here, collecting signatures. This had
Cholera.
Union written all over it.
Nie ma powodu.
Thought so. So what do the Clare brothers want this time? Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting.
Kurde, jasna, źle to
Either
rozegrałem.
way, I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich...
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Dobra, strzelamy, nie?
Logic and reason won't work on this old bat.
Wow.
Better go for shameless emotional manipulation.
What do you mean? What's going to happen? We are gonna grow up, of course. I raised my own kids in this village and they are doing fine for themselves. No, they moved to Faubourg for work. Well, I imagine they'll grow up and leave too.
You've got her. Now just reel her in.
Then,
Wait. Let her come to it herself.
I don't believe the Fat Man's Youth Center is going to change anything. I won't be around much longer anyway. Not with the dampness in my bones. If they want to take a chance, who am I to stop them? Did you say something? Fine.
Wow, dałem radę.
See that you didn't just get us all screwed. I might be half blind.
Let's go mail it.
Jeszcze można sobie pochodzić. Próbuję zajrzeć
The
Potem
door
list.
has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new life. After we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling.
The key turns with a
No to co jest? Jej chata? Nie wiem, zobaczymy. Jakie dzieciaczki, ale jaja. To powiesz.
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken skua you almost certainly broke.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It's Lammy. He's my...
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the...
Yes. Lammy has lived a long life. Lammy was a... No! That's not it.
I think she means revolutionary.
Aha.
Yes! Lammy was a restless... Bye!
Aha, do Garta. Podpisy są. Do skrzynki pocztowej teraz wystarczyłoby iść. No, pytanie, gdzie jest skrzynka, nie? To napowiedzą
The
chłopaki.
scruffy-haired little boy kicks the other one, looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with
Yes.
the stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's some
He looks just like me.
Haha. Może coś tu jest? Jakaś możliwość sprawdzenia tutaj czegokolwiek? Nie no, wow.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. Dripping water falls from a high place. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it.
No, I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad. Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works.
Ciekawe, bo nie potrafiłeś uszczelić ci trupa porządnie, żeby linę usunąć.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This one. You officers, come to investigate the...
Nice to meet
O
you.
matko.
No, I can't say that. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run orbits,
The man speaks in the artificial cadence.
but I assume you're not here for giant worms.
This
O matko,
man
chcę to
is your
zakończyć.
half-brother. Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his
No, thanks to you.
pick you.
O matko, szybko to przełączyć, bo przecież tragedia. Tutaj percepcja. O, kto to?
The smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. It is death. It must be. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his... There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. You see traces of... It's no older than a day or two. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea... A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bed. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on him. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card.
Good. We should take a look at that library card.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its
Tear all around us.
Rybackiej spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth, the blackness of death. Stench. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of... I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard. You see waves churning below. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole. And the entire boardwalk creaks in the wind.
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle. Alright, the station is going to want details, however. Let's examine that library card you found on the man's body, see if it has any clue. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. No, I don't see anything that points in that direction.
Agreed. If this somehow converges later...
Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have... But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure. Well, looks like one of the locals. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think? And he was married. But let's try to not run ahead.
Okej. Chciałbym ten list wysłać, wiecie? Ten liścik. Muszę jeszcze ogarnąć, gdzie jest ta skrzynka pocztowa. To co to jest? Kościół. O nie.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height.
If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way. It does seem rather irrelevant.
Dokładnie tak. Olamy. Tu będzie poczta jakaś. Cholera. Sprawdzimy te miejsce do spania.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror.
Dobra,
A
może dam
straight
radę.
razor soaks inside the wash bin. Like an artist with a brush
Wow.
or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold.
Wita.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it. The bed is comforting.
Okej. Na tym zakończymy. Jestem za bardzo zmęczony, żeby kontynuować na razie na dzisiaj. Także tu sobie zapiszemy gierkę. Rozwiązaliśmy sprawę podpisów, zamknięcia śluzy i kolejne rzeczy będziemy wykonywać po prostu później w kolejnych odcinkach, w kolejnych streamach. Także no było krótko, ale na więcej nie mam siły. Także do zobaczenia i do usłyszenia. Hejos.